And I don't have the lists, so I will let you guys go through the list. Or actually, I can pull up the one note.
All right. Well, we are live. So, hello there, and welcome everybody to Echo Base X-Wing Mission Debriefing live on Gold Squadron Entertainment. I'm Walker Darko. With me, as always, are Jake Ream
Hey everybody, how's it going tonight?
and Kevin Leintz.
Hey, everybody.
We are fighting minor technical stuff. We're hoping this goes well, but bear with us if we have issues. But our list tonight,
It should be fine. It'll be fine.
it'll be fine.
So the list tonight, we've got a two-ship Imperial. Start out with Alex McDonough. He's going with Darth Vader, and on Vader he's got supernatural reflexes, fire control system, proton rockets, and afterburners. So all of the expensive stuff. And second ship for him is Soontir Fel with Lone Wolf stealth device and a shield upgrade.
Just
For reflexes.
All right, so we got two ships, the bare minimum you need by the rules.
Yep.
Yep.
And not only that, but a healthy bid to go along with it. I think
I
his
think he's
total
almost 20 points. Like, is it
Ye-
like 15 or something like that?
15-point bid. Yeah.
All right. On the other side,
And we've got Stephen Butler with Wedge and servo motors, Luke servo motors, Blue Squadron Escort, once again servo motors, and the Blue Squadron Scout U-wing with Leia and the pivot wing title, or whatever it is.
config.
Config, yeah. I'm used to the title.
Okay, so we basically have a version of Rebel Beef versus two-ship Imperial Aces.
Yes, that is correct.
But with
All right.
very little upgrades.
Yeah, he's running real thin.
It's wholesome, is what someone told me when I ran no upgrades on my list.
Is that what's considered wholesome now?
I didn't have any named pilots either, but still,
Oh,
wholesome.
okay.
I like the term.
All right. So I know we did this game. This was another one from the last event that we were doing a game from, which was like a month and a half ago now, Jake. Is that right?
Yeah, it was the Gaming Goat in St. Paul. And this, I
And
believe, was, I think, the one of the top 8 games, if I remember correctly.
this was top 8. Yeah, this was top 8 because we have listed top 8, top 4, and final.
Yep.
It's the cut. So this would have been after 6 rounds of Swiss.
Correct.
Okay. And I specifically picked out this game because I wanted to. I know there's some conversation about a two-ship Imperialist with Vader and Soontir, and I wanted to see it. I've never seen it played, and I wanted to see how it did. I mean, it made top 8, so there's got to be something to it. It won 5 out of the round.
Hey, Kevin, Twitch chat is saying that your mic is too low.
I have it set to 100%, and it's right in front of my face, so I can't make it any louder.
Make it 150% then.
Maybe if this was Spinal Tap, I could turn it up to 11.
Yes, please.
I'll tweak it just to make it.
All right.
Okay. I turned my gain up. We'll see if that helps. All right. Are we ready to start?
All right. I would say let's go.
All right.
Okay. So someone brought the gas clouds and someone brought the rocks.
It looks like Alex brought gas clouds.
Makes sense with his list.
Yeah. What you mean when you have the Force? Gas clouds are literally no consequence obstacles?
And when you have aces, pretty much.
Huh. Interesting.
So this will be an interesting thing to see if Steven plays his own game and forces Alex to come to him, or if he just tries to engage. With these tight rocks, it's going to be a really tough engagement area for Steven if he does try to engage.
Hmm. Well, I mean, initially my thought is Steven doesn't need to engage, right?
Correct.
Uh,
He does.
you make Alex play your game because you have the final salvo numbers.
Yep. As the rebel player here, I think you want to try to just get into a large area of no obstacles and spend as much time as possible in it until you have to engage.
Yep. Yeah, and then once you do have to engage, you're going to want to kind of keep your arcs wide, right? Because both Vader and Soontir moving after everything in your list, um, and with minimal repositioning in Steven's list, you cast those arcs wide, make sure to catch them in 2 to 3 ships. That would be ideal.
Yep. And you may not do damage, but in all honesty, as long as you're not giving half points, it doesn't matter. And you're going to continue to put pressure on your opponent because Alex's win condition here is he has to at least get half points on something and not give half points on anything.
Yep.
So opposite corners makes sense. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't start Soontir, do the old Duncan Howard, where you start Soontir straight across from their entire list, especially if he's facing the other direction, and you just do like a really slow maneuver or like a one hard or something and see what they do.
Yeah.
And at least like split it up. I'm surprised he didn't, because if you threaten the flank immediately, you might be able to get a shot or two off right away, in the first or second turn.
Yeah, and it also means that you're not wasting 2 to 3 turns getting Soontir to that flank where you want him anyway.
Right.
Can you guys remind me the hull and shield of a Y-wing?
I believe it's
6 and 3.
maybe it is. Is it 3? Let me look. I'll look it up. Look.
Either way, if it's 6 and 3, it means that Alex's entire list is a Y-wing for hull and shield.
Yeah.
So I agree with chat. It's gutsy.
Y-wing is 2 shield 6 hull.
Oh, 2, so it's a little better than a Y-wing. A Y-wing with a shield upgrade.
Well, and this is very different from the Anakin Obi-Wan with supernatural and regen. Whereas this Imperialist cannot regen. Yes, it's more defensive, and it can arguably burst higher, but it also doesn't have supernatural and can't play the games that the Anakin Obi-Wan list can play. So did he just stop and then everybody bump?
Yeah, it appears that way.
Okay, I was doing other things and noticed that all his dials were flipped up and his ships have not moved.
And his Leia is used.
Ah, he used Leia. I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you could just stop, but whatever.
Yeah. But well, you could, because now you're giving your opponent a time clock, right? Alex knows that he cannot use Leia for the next 2
3
turns.
turns. Yep. Yeah, and this is your point, Jake. I really don't like that Alex has to spend turns separating Soontir and Vader.
Hmm.
Like, he could have always just lined up across and done a 2 bank and been like, are you turning or not? And
Yeah.
at least just threatened it.
Right, and especially if he would have lined Soontir straight up across, like you're saying, and then done a 2 bank to the right towards the center of the board. Soontir's fast enough with his dial and both the boost and barrel roll repositions that even if Steven would have turned there, he has the time to get away. Like, Soontir's not going to get caught.
Right. And if he does turn on you, you kind of want that because his ships are going to, like, if they try to go max speed and boost, they're going to separate. And then you have a better chance to isolate or at least take exchange shots where his full squad can't reach you, but maybe one ship can.
Yep.
So it looks like Leia was so that he could do this twice.
I mean, that's cute, but you also could have just like moved an X-wing in front of the U-wing and let it bump into it next turn, and then continued to leapfrog. But
Hmm.
whatever.
We could go on Twitch and change the game we're playing to Team Fortress.
Fortressing is not allowed.
Well, he's technically executing a maneuver, so it's okay and it's legal.
Yes, that's correct.
I'm also really surprised that Soontir has now turned towards Vader again and is not at all threatening the flank.
Hmm.
Like, if he wanted to come through the middle, I guess he could, but
Yeah. And going back to the point of splitting Vader and Soontir up from the beginning, if Steven would have turned in and gone after Soontir, had Soontir been all the way to Alex's left,
mhm,
then he could use Vader to come around on the flank, go fast for a couple of turns.
mhm.
And now you have both of your ships in flanking positions instead of keeping them together. Because what Alex is also doing by keeping Soontir and Vader somewhat close together is he's letting Steven arc manage his arcs a little bit better.
He's also putting Vader in a lot of danger because gotta remember Vader for only 2 turns can double reposition.
Yep.
So you want to try to draw attention away from him as much as possible because he's also your heavy hitter.
Yeah.
And if he's having to worry about arc dodging, your heaviest hitter is going to have his guns off, or he'll have less, mods or less abilities to get away.
Yeah. Well, and Vader at 112 points, you don't want to give half of those up because Vader gets caught.
And that's more than most Hans.
It's crazy.
Jeez.
But supernatural reflexes they're currently at 32 points for
32.
Vader. Yeah.
All right. So I kind of like what Steven's doing here. He's trying to keep Soontir honest by breaking Luke on the inside to help cover the rock invasion, we'll call it.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. And he's breaking Wedge into the same area. Okay.
Well, that makes Alex pay if he does turn Soontir uh, to the left here, right?
Yeah,
Like
it would.
it'll put pressure on him. I mean, it's not this turn. It's not like going to threaten Soontir right now, but it makes Soontir second guess going that way because now you have Luke and Wedge over there.
Yeah, I mean, it for sure does. I still feel like you want to try to keep Wedge close to his buddies as much as possible.
Hmm.
But yes, it would. It would basically guarantee that Soontir is not coming in.
Yeah.
The game right now is to see if he can go slow enough, it looks like, with his Imperials to make the Rebels come to the rocks.
Probably he's rolling forward, not backward. Oh, okay. So here as the Imperial player, you have a couple decisions, right? You need to figure out if he's going to continue to split those X-Wings to try to keep Soontir honest or not. Because if he does, you can try to do something with Vader. But if he's not, they're all 4 going to come down on Vader. And then you're possibly going to be left in a situation where Soontir does not have a shot because you had to play cagey. So as an Imperial player, you have to really be cautious and make a decision this turn. Like, I'm expecting to see a 2-bank left from Soontir. And like a 1 forward from Vader. And with Steven, I think the trick is you have to try to mix up your speeds to try to keep your opponent off balance. Like, oh, is he going to go fast or slow? And he doesn't know. This would be a turn where I'd really like to see the U-Wing and the X-Wing on the bottom go fast.
I was actually thinking the same thing, like 3 banks each.
Yeah. And then see, like, I would like to see a 3-bank from Wedge no matter what, and like a 2-bank from Luke.
Yep.
And you kind of just leave Wedge out there against Soontir and be like, are you serious? Like, are you actually going to come in and fight this or not?
Right.
And then if you need to, you can turn Wedge in.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, slow.
A 1-bank. And the reason I say fast here while they're doing the moves there's a chance that Vader went like 2 or 3 forward. And if he goes 2 or 3 forward, he's kind of caught where he can only reposition to the right, or he's going to have to do a full disengage, which you then will come in on his side.
Yep. Yeah, it's about that pressure, right? You're using your multiple arcs on one ship to apply pressure to help dictate where your opponent can and can't go.
Yep. I do like that the X-Wing went fast. I just would have liked to see the U-Wing go a little bit quicker. So is this a 1 bank from Luke, it looks like?
Yeah, I think it was a 1 bank.
Okay. And that's okay. I really want to see Wedge on a 3 bank here to help get him more in line with where Luke is. Yes, good. That looks like a 3 bank.
Yep. I mean, the nice thing that Steven did there was he did the same thing on both sides, right? Like, he got both sets of ships lined back up.
Okay, so you have the full disengage here from Vader. And I think the way that X-Wing is positioned by the U-Wing, he could just continue to go forward and maybe not clip that gas cloud.
I don't see any obstacles in the center of the table. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I see 2.
Oh yeah, there's 2 rocks there, but that's it.
I would definitely say next turn accelerate. Like, does the U-Wing have a 4 forward? I think it does, right?
I will check quick.
And if it does, he should he should totally do it. So I really don't like this move with Soontir because now Soontir has very
He's
few
in
escape
trouble.
options.
He is in trouble.
And
the
Vader's
U-Wing.
kind of going the same direction.
The U-Wing's 4 forward is white.
Oh, dude, I totally dial in that 4 forward. I'd set the dial
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, Twitch Andy has said the same thing. That was white 4 forward.
Awesome. Yeah, so, and here's kind of why I didn't like the turn in so quick from Soontir. Look at how they're both more or less congregating towards the middle of the board, and they're in the same area. And when you have aces, wait, did he just?
He did. He did boost.
Okay.
He's the hero of the Empire.
Wow. All right.
So I think he boosted to get his bullseye arc to give him the focus.
But he's gonna get shot at by at least 2 to 3 ships. Okay. He trusts dice a bit more than I do.
Soontir's Honey Badger. Soontir don't care.
Well, he's got Lone Wolf and he's got Stealth Device. And I mean, he's got 1 shield, right? Come on. Soontir's fine.
What could go wrong?
Stealth Device.
But so it's actually not that he could take damage this turn. But my big concern is actually next turn. Like, he's in a bad spot.
Well, I think if Soontir stays on the table, which he will, right?
Those are good dice.
You just go fast. You got to go really, really fast.
Yeah, but if the X-Wing and the U-Wing just hard 2 in, like, they're going to punish him going 4 forward. And Luke could probably just K-turn. He'll have Leia next turn.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Huh.
Continue talking. I like
spend that.
Wow, so Soontir's going to spend. Okay. Takes 1 shield on
Stealth
Luke.
Device.
Shield
Soontir's
on
shooting,
Wedge.
sorry.
Okay.
1 on Wedge.
Yep, 1 shield off a Wedge, because Wedge rolled super terrible on offense. So Luke is just barely range 3? Looks like 2. And a bucket. Ooh, he's going to have to use the Lone Wolf. Oh, he's just going to use the evade. Okay. And then here comes the naked range 3 shot onto Soontir.
Yep.
I say naked as in Soontir is naked from tokens. Looks like 3 with a spend. Here's the danger. Is that 3 evades?
Yeah.
Wow, he really trusted those. Okay. I mean, that worked out. He got 1 damage in. But
still, that's scary.
Well, that's not only is that scary, but here's the what move is he gonna do? And if he expects a 4 forward and you just too hard that X-Wing and like I mean, you could just ignore Soontir too. You could like 3-bank Wedge in and 3-bank Luke in and 4-4 the other guys and just blow past Soontir and be like, all right, you're going to be out of the fight for like 2 or 3 turns and just go all in on Vader. That's also an option.
I feel like he should have learned a lesson from what he just did, and he didn't learn that lesson.
No, he didn't learn that lesson.
The dice
Like
did not move
mathematically,
today.
well, I guess I don't know without doing the actual numbers, and I don't want to right now. He probably should have taken at least a damage. But Wedge just rolled really terrible, which made him not spend any tokens.
Yeah. Yeah, my gut says he probably should have taken a damage as well.
So as the rebel player, what do you do here, Jake? Do you just ignore Soontir and just go right for Vader, or do you try to block Soontir / come in and kind of pseudo commit?
I would, with Wedge and Luke, I would probably be looking at banking towards Vader, but no more than maybe like a 2-speed.
Okay.
It probably covers like you let Soontir go, right? Like Soontir's not really the main threat because he's going to be
Yeah.
hard to hit.
I feel like he's the bait.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you bank towards Vader with Luke and Wedge, and then go fast with the 2 blues.
That was
Yeah,
my
and I
thought
think
too.
if they do 4 forwards with the blues, you might get in range to take target locks on Vader. I think
Yeah,
you
because
are.
unless Vader turns away, like if he does anything
Well,
other
even if he
than
turns, you just bank the locks for later.
yeah, but I'm just saying like he can 3-turn or he can maybe go like 3-bank, and you're not gonna shoot him. Um,
Yeah.
but here again, you've pushed Vader in a direction that you want him to go. You've made him disengage. You've taken his guns out of the fight for a couple of turns. And I think that's the advantage that Steven needs to use right now.
Yep. Just have board control.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I agree.
Also, Steven has the shorts.
Let's have
The
plaid
Nan
shorts.
shorts.
So, Nan shorts.
That's what's important.
You got to look at it as a holistic approach. Got to look at everything.
Okay. All right. Does he 4 forward? 3-bank. Okay, sure. So that the X-wing's not gonna do a 4 forward either.
Nope.
I would say here's your safest turn to take a target lock if you're ever planning on doing. Now would be the time.
Yeah.
Good call. Does he do it too hard? Yeah, I like this too hard. Keeping the 4 forward honest. I like this a lot. Luke. One. Is that what that is? A 1-bank?
Looks like it.
So threatens the hard turn in really hard with both Luke and the U-wing. Not a bad call. I really like that he's aggressively taking target locks.
Yep.
The absolute right decision.
Well, he knows that like all he really has to do is put half points into Vader.
Or Vader, yep.
Yeah.
So notice how he spread his arcs like we talked about. He has 1 threatening the top of the board. He has Wedge threatening the escape. He has Luke and the U-wing threatening the turn in. I really like what Steven did positionally to make Soontir have problems. And let's see, this is the 4 forward that we all knew was coming.
I really wish they would have been conscious of the camera when they put their hands down.
I did wonder, I couldn't tell from the angle, but I debated if with Wedge, if you could have done a 1-bank towards the board edge where Vader is, and then done a barrel roll to block the 4 forward. But I couldn't tell from this angle. If you could have, and then done like a K turn with Luke, that would have been really just brutal. But I don't know if you have range. You probably had range.
Yeah.
Wait, no, because it was
But
barely range 3. Whatever.
I think that's also a little bit of a risk that Steven doesn't need to take. Like with
Sure.
Suntir's stress there, Suntir's not doing, a turnaround. He's probably just gonna duck out.
Mm-hmm.
And I still think Vader's the real target.
So Suntir's taking a range 2 shot, and that's it.
Not where he wants to be, but yes. So does Vader run away like I expect? Like
No.
2 or 3 hard?
Oh,
Whoa,
hard.
what?
Vader
Wow,
came
he
to
is
play.
Really aggressive.
Alex's
Holy
dice
cow.
have been there for him. He's ready for them to be there again.
Okay, I think he's trying to get the procket here.
That's really risky to try to push.
Yeah, Vader's in a very dangerous spot. I think Leia's going to be activated next turn. So wedge through a gas cloud, range 3. I'm sure this won't do any damage.
No.
2 and nope, that's funny.
And a procket.
So I think it's range 3 in arc. No? Okay. So I don't think they measured that correctly because procket has to be in the bullseye range too. But whatever. All right, so 5. He
Yep.
rolls natties and only takes 3. Okay. Oh, it suddenly got dark. So it looks like Luke, wait, did Luke? Luke must have been the first shot. So this was the shot on Suntir,
Yep.
and spends evade and just says whatever. Seems good. And the U-wing onto Vader. Only 1.
And not gonna happen.
Yep. All right, so do you offer the U-wing this turn as the blocker? Because if you stop with the U-wing, there's a chance. I guess you either set up the kill box and offer the U-wing as bait, or you just send the U-wing in as a blocker to stop a slow move and keep him from giving half points.
So does Suntir just
Yeah.
disengage, come around slowly, or do you do a K turn or something to?
Well, Suntir's stressed. So based on
Oh, yeah.
Alex's play, I'm gonna expect Suntir to be aggressive. So I would send the blue in to block the 2 hard, so Suntir cannot just engage you this turn from behind.
Yep.
I think I would just 1 forward Luke. Maybe like 2 hard or 2 bank the U-wing in towards Vader, and then I would probably bring Wedge in, and you're trying to just get double shots onto Vader this turn.
Yeah. Try to get Luke and Wedge shooting
Yeah.
Vader.
Yep. And then if you do the 2 hard or the 2 bank, the U-wing's probably in a good position. Actually, a 2 hard's probably the best move. A good position to Leia, and then flip and face,
The following.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think like a 2 hard from Wedge / 2 bank or 1 bank or the gas cloud's going to be annoying, but
Probably just a 1 bank though. 1 bank to the left with Wedge, 1 forward with Luke.
probably.
You think 1 bank to the right with the other X-wing?
I actually think the other X-wing should do a It's hard to tell with
the
angle of the
turnaround.
camera. Well, no, I would just block Soontir's too hard in because if he does any other maneuver, there's no consequences for you because he's not shooting. The only
Okay.
maneuver that Soontir could take that would give you a consequence is a too hard in.
Right, and he has enough room to too hard and then barrel roll boost and take no
Yes.
shots.
And yep.
Yeah. So if you can block Soontir from being able to do that, yeah, I think that's the much more important play for that Blue Squadron escort.
Unless you want to get crazy and like Talon roll wedge behind the cloud. I like the 2 hard with the U-wing the most because that also forces Vader, if he does do like a 3 hard away, he's gonna have to reposition.
Yep.
And spend something. And it gives you a really good position then next turn to just flip the U-wing back up towards the top of the board. I'm trying to think though. To block Soontir, a 2 bank probably out of the X-wing, out of the blue.
If you were trying to block it too hard, that was what I was thinking. That's
Yeah,
your closest.
I think so. It's hard to tell with this angle, but
I mean, you could potentially do 2 forward, barrel roll forward.
yeah,
to
you
the,
could do that as well.
to the right. That kind of gets you in that in that same position. But if you're looking to just do a single maneuver and then take like the focus or grab it, oh, he's already got a target lock, right?
They all have locks except for the blue. The blue spent his lock on Soontir.
Okay, so
So
you
take
could,
another one.
yeah,
Yep, you could do a 2 bank and take another one. The only thing that these don't account for, and this is why I was thinking about it too hard with wedge, is if Vader does a 5 forward. Because unless Luke's 1 forward blocks him, but if his 1 forward blocks him and wedge does it too hard, oh man, Vader's going to be range 1 with the target lock on him.
So Twitch chat is asking if we can explain a bit more about why why when you do each move that we're explaining, why it would be a good move, I guess.
Okay.
He didn't
All
flip
right.
Leia, but he's staying still.
So we'll let him kind of do the moves and then we'll talk about them.
Yeah.
So the one
Oh,
bank,
one bank did it.
if it blocks the too hard, whatever, he has
It
accomplished
should.
his goal.
Yep,
Yeah,
and he
like
took
it
the
will.
target lock.
I'm kind of surprised with the stop though.
Is he just trying to put more guns on Vader?
I think so.
Well, that's assuming Vader's going straight or left. I think Vader's most likely to do a 3 hard or a 3 bank away.
Yeah.
1 forward from Luke, right?
Yep.
Correct.
I like that. Yep. You do the 1 forward because you just fan the arc, and if Vader comes in, he's going to pay. And maybe you block them forward maneuver? I can't quite tell. But part of why I don't like the U-wing being there is if Vader gets bumped by Luke, let's say, Vader gets a range 1 target lock shot on a U-wing that has no tokens.
Yeah.
And he's already risking half points. Like, you got to keep the points away from Vader.
Mhm.
So the 2 hard. Oh, he's going the
Away.
other way.
Going
You're
away.
totally fine with this as the rebel player. Soontir
Yep.
is not shooting you.
Right.
And you now have an X-Wing behind him. And he's along the board edge. Totally fine.
Yep. Yeah, because now Steven is just gonna like just 2-turn that X-wing towards Soontir. Start chasing Soontir.
Yep.
Maybe pick off a thing here or there.
Yep. Oh, and if it's even you're sending one ship to deal with one of his ships, remember that's 50% of his list, and it's only 25% of your list. I really would have liked it too hard from Wedge, so that he has a nice angle for Vader coming in, or to pursue, because now Wedge has to deal with the cloud. Not that that's a huge deal, but...
So we're seeing Supernatural out
Oh,
of
I
it.
forgot about Supernatural. Ugh. Totally forgot about Supernatural. Alright, so he's gonna slam into Luke with a 3 bank, I think. Okay, so with the Supernatural... Okay, the 1 bank is probably a really good move then. 5 forward. Is he gonna get over the top?
I think he does it. When he slid the template through, it looked like it went past Luke.
Should...
Twitch chat, that's Carlo saying that you can bully bully Soontir with a blue squadron escort. I mean, Morgan Reed showed us that, right?
Yep. So do they need to move all the locks and stuff back to Vader? Or... So hold on. How come he's taking an action when he... Okay. I was going to say, he was moving the lock. He went through a cloud. He shouldn't be able to. All right. So Vader, range 1. 2 hits.
Yep. And two.
Poor escort.
Heroic?
Oh,
All right, so 2 shit.
no rebel heroic.
That's all shots then. Yep. That Ewing's in kind of a weird spot here, especially since he has stress.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I guess you could use Leia and make it a white stop and then do the
white
90
stop and
degree
rotate.
You're still going to be stressed with that U-wing, but it does put the U-wing potentially behind Vader and put some pressure on Vader.
I'm sure that we're probably going to see a Leia here, and we're going to see some K-turns and Talon rolls, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll probably see the stop from the U-wing and rotate up. So Soontir's going to hard turn in. You have to be kind of careful with the blue. If there's enough space, you could just K-turn the blue towards the board edge and take a focus. Maybe. Otherwise, your other options are to do like a 3 hard boost and run away.
Now, when you say that, you're talking 3 hard right turn?
Yeah, 3 hard to the right and run away, but I don't know that I like that. Because Vader's probably doing a hard or a bank to the left. I guess you could rotate the X-Wing out.
I think it's not a bad time to rotate the X-Wing out because if you do turn to the left with that X-Wing, you're just letting Vader chase it.
Yeah, you don't turn to the left.
You don't want that.
Nope. So I think a hard turn to the right and boost and just disengage for 1 to 2
And there's
turns.
Leia.
Shock.
And rotate.
Yep. All right, what's he doing?
So back to the comment in the Twitch chat. They also said that they just want to understand more of why it would be the good move in that particular situation.
Talon roll. Huh. Okay. So the reason we're disengaging the X is you're currently giving up 0 points, and if he gets 1 more damage on it, you'll be giving up points, which is Alex's win condition, and then Alex could technically just run away and not play the game and win on time. So if you have the ability to deny your opponent from scoring points, it's best to make them chase or take the ability for them to score points away. So Luke does a Talon roll. Barrel roll? Barrel roll that way?
That would cover Vader turning right.
But Vader can't pre-barrel roll with Supernatural.
But he can't go backwards.
Because the U-Wing's in the way.
No, but could he do a 2 turn to the left, or I'm sorry, 2 turn to the right?
If he wants to eat the rock.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to really see the distance.
It is.
I think a 2 turn to the right would clear that rock.
It might fit. He must think it would fit.
I don't think a 2-turn touches that rock at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that's what explains the Talon roll. Okay.
I mean, I
I
think
just kind of assumed that he would hit it, but it's hard to tell.
No,
I
I
think
think he's got plenty of room.
yeah, I think a 3-turn is also very close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The other nice thing here about the whole of the rebel force turning around there is now that Soontir is coming back in, they could switch and re-engage Soontir if they wanted to
They
the
could.
the next turn.
So he's thinking about Supernatural.
So if he's thinking about that, that tells me he's not going right.
You know, can't tell what he's doing.
I remember this.
I just heard him called Judge. Jeez.
What?
Yeah, so I remember this. I think there was a discrepancy on he had set a 3-turn, but the dial was clearly not on a 3-turn.
Oh,
And so when Alex had flipped the dial over, he was surprised as well, because you saw him grab the template. And I think Walker, you can maybe fill in if you can hear the discussion that they're having. But I think if I remember, excuse me, if I remember correctly, um, it was on the line,
Mm.
and
so it's like right in between the two moves.
yeah, right in between the two moves. And I believe the judge had said that Alex's opponent Steven would then get to set the move. But I'm remembering this from a month ago, month and a
When it
half.
looks like they're keeping the 3 hard. So.
Yeah, okay. Oh, Talon.
Oh yeah, there was plenty of room. Holy cow! Wait, that's a.
Yeah.
He's making him Talon roll. Is that what happened then?
Yeah, there was
Okay.
there was something. Yeah, so it was in between, or maybe it had rotated onto the 3 Talon.
It does look like it's on the line.
Okay. Okay, Vader's in an interesting spot now. But that would have been the 3 hard that way anyway, right?
Yeah,
So he could have then, I guess, boosted and tried to. I mean, I feel like he's still going to get shot by at least Luke.
yeah. I don't think even on the 3-turn, I don't think he can escape Luke's arc.
And the blue.
Right.
So as Vader, I'm actually surprised that he did the boost there. Wait, no, I'm not, because he can't barrel roll. I was gonna say if he just barrel rolled, he wouldn't get shot by the U. But
Yeah,
no,
but the only thing he could do was the afterburners.
and that makes sense. So Wedge has a shot. It looks like range 3. Ugh, not gonna do damage.
You know,
So shot back from Suntier. Yeah, seems good. 1 evade, 2. So now Alex has his win condition and can disengage if he needs. All right, so Vader range 1. Yeah, that's what you want to see. Can't see the side. Oh, Luke blanked out. Really?
oh,
I hate that heroic as a card. So this must be Luke shot back. Oh, 4. Oh,
Again, heroic is not a thing in this game because no one is resistant.
in this game it's not, but every time I see a blank out, I'm just like, ugh.
I just want to be clear so people don't think we actually think heroic could have been played.
No, it's just a thing for me.
so is that correct? Vader took 2 shields and a card, huh?
He
Yeah.
did, so now he does not have his win condition anymore because he's giving way more points. And the blue has yet to shoot. Range 3.
Well, he's out of half points anyway.
Vader is.
No, the other way. Like, none of the rebels.
Yeah, Wedge is at half points.
Oh yes, I
Okay.
didn't see
Okay.
I didn't see the damage card on Wedge.
All right, I missed that. So Vader spent a force to dodge, I think.
Must have. There was no other damage cards dealt,
Okay.
and Vader is out of force at this point.
Okay. So if there's a time to shoot Vader, it's now. Or I should say, if there's a time to pursue Vader, it's now.
Yep.
But you also need to bring the rest of your forces in to hurt Cerntier.
Yeah, but he's also Steven is not in a position to pursue Vader.
No, other than
Wedge.
So remember that stress is on
Oh.
Vader, not Luke.
Oh, that's right. I thought that was Luke's stress.
Nope.
Nope, just the U-Wing for the Rebels is stressed because of Leia.
So you could,
Yeah, that's
because
right.
the U-Wing will move, you could Talon Luke and forward the blue, or you could start to turn in on Soontir.
Mhm.
Probably the better call.
Yeah, because I think Vader's just going to run this turn.
Yeah, I think Vader's going to 5 forward.
Yep.
So I would probably turn in, let Vader just get away for now.
Yep.
And see if you can catch Soontir.
Yeah, and Vader needs to clear out because he's out of force. Like he doesn't have his safety net anymore. So as Alex, I think you need to just get Vader as far away from any potential shots as possible, and take 2 turns to get your force back.
Yep.
And then re-engage.
So I'm assuming the blue's going to 2 hard in towards Soontir. Right? That makes sense.
I think so, yeah.
And then I'm assuming you just like 1 bank or 2 bank the U-Wing to the left. And then you can 1 bank Wedge. And then you bring Luke in to probably cover the middle. Because Soontir could try to 5 forward and get cute.
Yeah, so I think you kind of need to go slow with Wedge there.
Yeah, because I think a 1 bank from Wedge would block Soontir if he tries to go 5 forward.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell though.
It is.
I like this with the U-Wing. He could coordinate here if he wanted to. But I think you just take focus. Because you probably don't get to shoot. Alright. Blue? Too hard in? Yep. If he doesn't have a lock, take it. Otherwise, take focus. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way that you get shots on Vader this round.
I don't think so either. Kind of surprised he's doing a 3 bank with Luke. As long as he thinks if he gets a block on Soontir, he'll have a shot. That's what's important.
Yep.
And as long as he thinks he'll get one, then by all means. Take that lock.
Yep.
It's like just in range.
One bank?
Bank from Wedge, yeah.
That's my guess. There it is. Oh,
I
2.
like all the moves that the
No,
Rebel player just did.
2
They
bank.
all make
He's doing a
sense.
2 bank
It's a 2.
with Wedge. I
Provide
do
the
think
unit.
that's a little bit too fast.
Yes. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was a 1 bank.
Yeah, I was trying to keep
don't-
your options open.
I don't like the 2 bank.
With a barrel roll. Okay.
I mean, he can still escape, I think, with a 5 forward.
It's an unmatted shot from Wedge, though.
Yeah, and Wedge is already giving half points. A 1 bank focus, I think, would have been ideal. You cover your bases and you play it the safe. So Vader goes a 3 forward. Clear stress. So you just barrel roll and get ready for the hard turn.
You can tell those plaid shorts are affecting him.
Yeah, that's got to be it.
So Darth Vader switches target lock to
And-
Wedge.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Wedge is blocking Soontir.
What?
So was that
Okay.
like a 3 forward out of Soontir?
It would have been a 3 forward.
Oh, there's such a better way to do that block. Oh, that template is driving me crazy.
So, as much as it's nice that you got the block on Soontir, I still would rather have Wedge shoot him with the focus target lock, even if Soontir's shooting you,
Yep.
Hmm.
because it would be range 1.
Yeah, imagine had Wedge done the one bank. Soontir probably would have had to barrel roll to the right and then also boost just to get out of shot taking any shots.
Right. And at this point, the Rebel player is up on points.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. But
Yeah.
the block will work out nicely for him. So, this must be a shot on the U Wing?
Soontir to
Someone. Didn't do anything, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Luke, range 2.
Paint?
Focus lock with force. Yeah, seems good. That's 3. And
You gotta spend it or you lose your stealth device there.
well, he does have Lone Wolf yet too, though.
Sure. But yeah.
I mean, I don't
Spends
spend
it.
the focus here. I would Lone Wolf the blank first, but
Yeah.
that's me. All right, so tokens down.
Range 3 from the blue escort.
3
For
hits.
3.
And he
Seems
has a
good.
focus lock, so this should be 3. Yep.
Lone Wolf.
Oh,
Ah, stealth device.
And shield.
Yep.
And-
Uses 2 mods.
Yep.
All right, and then the U Wing's also gonna get a shot. Oh,
Maybe.
might have to get the range 2 stick out.
They agreed.
They agreed that it's in arc.
So they said, but the judge was right there, I guess.
I'm really surprised that he did the 3 forward. Thought for sure he'd be on a 5. Try to get out of there. Hard.
He's out of arc. Was that Vic?
Yes, that
Ugh.
was
It was probably an arc then.
All right, so the U-wing doesn't get to shoot. And Leia's back up now, right? Oh, no, still one turn.
one more turn.
So... if there's no real consequences, I think you do a pivot rotate with the U-wing, and you do a town roll with wedges, and you bring the blue in to guard in case Soontir turns left, which he probably won't. So the reason I'm saying that is, if Wedge doesn't have to worry about hitting the rock, there's really no move Soontir's going to take where he'll have a shot on Wedge, so Wedge should take the opportunity to turn around now.
Yep.
It's likely that Soontir goes fast and runs. Otherwise, if he does like a 1 hard, he can't get very far if you bring Luke in and point between those 2 obstacles.
But in order to bring Luke in, you would have to move that U-wing, correct?
No, you could 3 hard over the top.
Oh,
of the
yeah.
U-wing.
Okay. If you stop. All right.
Yeah, if you stopped and did the rotate. And then you use the blue to cover the rear and Wedge to cover the rear. And that way, if he runs, I mean, I guess you probably don't get a shot, but he's totally disengaged, and now you're going towards him again. And since Vader took a lock on Wedge, he's identified, at least right now, who he would like to keep shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to try to put Wedge to the back of your squad, so he's the hardest target to get to. And this would allow you to start to set that up.
So it looks like he's stopping with the U-wing.
I like this.
Nope.
And he's going to rotate, right? Yeah. I like this a lot.
So Twitch chat is talking about Vader doing a Talon roll just to get his gun back in the fight. I think that's very likely.
He should do a 3 hard instead, though. The reason I say that is because if Vader is stressed, he can't use supernatural, and your opponent now knows his moves. Like his movement tree is significantly reduced. And if Vader starts to head in towards the clouds, Vader's at,
Yeah.
at a huge advantage if he's in the protection of the clouds.
I don't disagree with that. I'm just looking at the time in the game and
Oh,
the current board state, and like Alex needs to start making plays to do damage, right?
sure. Well, yeah. I mean, even if Vader did a town roll, he's not going to get to shoot this turn. But yes,
No, not you're right. He's not going to get to shoot this turn, but if it puts him one turn closer to shooting,
sure.
mm, he needs to, right? Because he's
He's
behind.
behind.
He
Yep.
has to make the big plays.
He's no longer. He is now the beatdown.
Yep.
Could
Or
have
he
been the
always
template
was.
thing this time. Oh no, they
So-
couldn't. Talon.
Steven's doing like all the moves that I just talked about.
Kind of, right? Luke
Wait,
did
he
a
did
Talon
Talon.
roll
Never
instead of,
mind.
but the Talon roll still blocks Soontir's one turn in.
Yeah, I was more worried about his one turn disengage, but yes, this blocks in case Soontir does the 5 forward. He's really responding to the 5 forward,
Mm-hmm.
which is also fine. So is Wedge Town rolling too then?
Yep.
Make sure it
I
fits in
like
the middle
that.
before you put it in either direction.
This
Okay,
is not Toronto. Game was played in Minnesota.
So close.
Oh, look at that.
What? He did a 1 hard in?
Yeah, he did the one in.
I mean, my 3 hard would have stopped it too, but the most unlikely move, I guess. And I can't believe he did that. Huh.
Now would be a good time to type GG in chat.
I
Followed by some gunboats.
Yeah, right.
yeah, we're gonna have some rip on Soontir real soon.
Talon roll from Vader. Yeah, that was a good call, chat. I agree. I think Vader, you have to start pushing with Vader because you're behind.
I mean, you've still got a little bit of time.
You got a little bit, but
You got half on Wedge. You only need 1 more damage on the U-Wing, and then you could just run away. and
Yep.
win. So, you have it. Whatever.
hey, did you see that, Walker? We got some gunboats and some T-47s.
And a salute.
All right, so
I mean,
Wedge range 1 onto Soontir. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Does Wedge have a lock too?
well, 3 ships do.
For one?
The turn you wish you had a focus.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
I mean, you know, going into that, doing that move, you're getting an unmodded shot with Wedge. So.
Alex is just not getting punished.
He's really not. So 3 hits against the U-Wing range 1, I'm guessing. Is that range 1?
It's 2 focuses and 2 hits.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
2
he rolled
focuses.
4,
I thought
so it has to
3.
be range 1.
Yep, and I blanked out. So 2.
So half on the U-Wing. So now Alex, I think, has points. Let's find
Nope.
Oh,
out. No. Okay. So you do
Still
need a little
short.
bit more. All right. Range 1. This one has a focus target
Oh.
back.
but he's got the.
Heroic.
Oh,
Would have
4.
procced.
Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Send it for 2.
Oh. Nope. Dead.
ew. Thank you for playing Soontir.
Is Soontir dead? Because
I mean, unless he.
he had 2 focuses and then he had a token he just pulled off.
Oh, so he didn't flip the dice.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So what happened? I was.
so Soontir only took a hull there.
Wait. How?
Oh, he still should take 2.
He
right?
should take
He
2,
should
but it
take
looks
2.
like he took
It'd be
1.
Yeah, it'd be. He only had 2 focuses, so it'd be
Maybe-
4 damage.
cards there.
Let's just see the 1, but
So I will adjust here quick.
Okay. So Soontir's still alive?
Yeah, it looks like I think he's alive on
I
one.
think that's 2 damage cards I see.
Chat's saying the cards are stacked, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's alive on one.
Okay. And then there was no shot from Vader. Is that what happened, or?
Correct.
Okay.
this isn't a good endorsement of Soontir Vader as a list.
Yeah. So I've got it correct now.
I don't know how he comes back on this one in the time allotted. You know, he's got to destroy ships.
He does.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't necessarily an endorsement. Remember, we don't pre-watch the games. I just saw it and was like, "Oh yeah, sure."
Sure.
Well, and it's interesting to see how it's operating. 2 ships in a meta where we're seeing 4 and 5 ship lists.
Okay. So there's not much you can do with the blue. That's not going to get blocked because of where he's at between the X-wings and Vader. Hmm. Trying to think of what you even do here as the rebel player, other than just clear stress.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best bet, because there's a lot of moves that you can do, like the Ewing there had limited options to get away from where Vader could potentially be.
Yeah, you just present the united front, right? So when
Yeah.
Vader comes rolling in, he's gonna get shot by stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Like, because Vader wants to go for that Ewing,
Sure.
um, so use that target and
And bait him.
yeah,
Sure.
kind of plan your moves accordingly.
Well, and you know he's not gonna bank left because he needs to clear stress. Makes sense. So Luke just won banks, I assume. One forward?
To victory.
Really? Why not present that gun at Vader?
I think he does though. Like if Vader's gonna go straight,
Well, if Vader does like a straight and then barrel rolls, though.
right? But you're forcing him to barrel roll,
Yeah, but I mean,
and
wouldn't
then
you
are you
just rather
forcing
have a
him?
shot?
Well,
He got wedge. If he barrels, he's barreling into wedge.
But he did a straight with both wedge and he won't be. If he does a 3 straight and barrels, I think he arc dodges both Luke and wedge. That's why I really don't like
Yeah, but
that.
then he's got to go to that blue squadron.
Yeah, but it's through a gas cloud.
I don't think he misses. I don't think a barrel roll to the left with Vader gets him out of Wedge's arc.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But what it also would do is if you can force Vader to barrel roll there, it means he's probably then not going to be shooting that U-wing.
Ooh.
Sure.
Chad had a good point that if Luke was there to block Soontir,
Mm,
that would have been a good shot by wedge if it would have
yep.
been what you were looking
Yeah.
for. But
So the 3 forward that I kind of figured was coming. This is why, like, so I like the wedge move, but I just, with the Luke, if you had banked, because now Luke, I mean, maybe he gets a shot. Maybe.
Well, if Vader stays where he is, Luke is getting a shot.
let's look
Yeah,
at wedge on Soontir right now. That's what I'm looking at.
we already saw that shot. It was one hit. We've already seen it, Walker. We know what will happen.
I want to see it.
So did he not even try to barrel roll?
Nope.
Because the U-wing's gonna get to shoot Vader too.
He took a target lock and focused with Vader.
Huh, is what I'll say. Okay, so this must be wedge onto Soontir range 1.
Yep.
Is he gonna roll better than 1 hit, hopefully?
Yeah, 2 and a crit.
It's better than 1 hit. Rip Soontir. I can't tell what that crit is.
Dead.
I agree, Bruno. I think the
Yes,
U is going to
he's
be
dead.
dead this turn.
So this is on the U-wing. Oh no, this is Suntier's shot onto
Yep.
Luke.
Oof.
Luke's evade dice have not been very good this game.
That's a dead
Uh,
wedge.
that was Wedge.
Oh, that was on Wedge. Oh, yuck. Ouch. Well, he still did his job. He killed Suntier.
Right.
So this is Vader onto the U for 2, and he spends the focus for 4.
So hit crit.
Spends focus, takes hit crit, and will probably live. I don't see extra damage cards, so it must have been not a direct hit. And now 3 shots into Vader,
Yep.
and Luke's is range 1.
Mm-hmm.
Range 2. He
Range
rolled.
2.
He only rolled 3
Oh,
dice.
yeah, spend both force, buddy. Get the 3.
Yep.
And Vader's gonna use his wait.
Just take a crit.
Yep, using his force, taking a crit. I have no idea what it is, but it has a lot of text. And there's still 2 more shots coming in. So range 1 from the U-wing.
3.
3.
Seems
2
good.
evades. That's a
And
dead Vader.
That is game. All right.
So,
Plus-
some takeaways.
Takeaways. I don't like starting the aces together. I really don't.
Yeah.
And we mentioned kind of why, right? Like if you're not threatening. Also, like it worked out good for Alex as far as his variance was on his side, but putting Suntir in 3 shots is usually not a good decision.
Yeah. Holy cow! Like that really worked out good for Alex for a couple of turns there.
Yeah. Also, double check your dials in case, because that can happen in
I
real
think that
games
was
when it
more-
matters.
A case that like the dial might have been a little bit loose, and that's where it rotated.
Yeah, it's true. And also, I mean, when you pick up your dial, make sure you pick it up on the sides to try to minimize that happening, but it
Yep.
can happen. Just be
Right.
aware of it, I guess. Otherwise, like I think from the Rebels perspective, I think Steven played it really well. He was very patient, which he needed to be.
Mhm.
He spread his arcs when he needed to.
That's I think the one thing I would say the most that Steven did very well is he cast a wide net with all of his arcs and was using them to kind of corral Alex into going certain positions with Vader and Suntir.
Yep. So yeah, I think from a Rebel standpoint, he played that really well.
Mhm.
From the Imperial standpoint, I'm like, Alex played a good game. I think he took some risks that I would not have taken. But otherwise, I think he mostly played it fine.
So,
did you have any other big takeaways?
Twitch chat, Andy M. I'm guessing that's Andy Myers, is saying that Steven is a good Suntir Vader player. So,
Oh, is he?
yeah. So he's got experience with those 2 ships. So knowing what they're capable of definitely showed in this game, I think.
Sure. Makes sense. And I wonder how much, in a couple weeks when points change, how much both of these lists change.
Yeah,
Right?
it'd be interesting.
Mhm.
To see.
So, yeah. No, I think this was a good game. It was
It
good.
was.
We got to see a little bit of ace play again.
Yep.
And that's the way with aces, though. You make one mistake, and it should hurt you. You gotta wait a couple times, But usually you put one like in that situation, and there's your list.
Yeah, usually when you block a Suntir, that Suntir is getting punished.
Yep. He should, especially if Wedge is the one shooting him.
Yes. All right. If we don't have anything, then I'll mention our next game that we're going to do next week. And since you said Andy Myers is on Twitch chat, Andy,
Yeah.
we're going to do your game against Andrew Bunn at the System Open in Seattle. It was a top 8 game? Top 8 or top 4?
Top
I think it was
4. It's top 4.
Top 4. Yep. So that's the one we're going to do next week. And then they finally finished up the Vassal League, so we'll do the Vassal League after that. So on 6/23, we will do Chris versus Will.
Let's mark your calendars.
So another thing that people was asking about is if we are going to do another discussion after the points change, and yes, we will be doing that. That one will be on our channel, which is Echo Base X-Wing on Twitch, because I'm guessing that Dion will probably be doing the same, and we don't want to steal his limelight on his channel. So
And if
But yeah,
it's a Tuesday, isn't that when he does podcasts? So
believe so, yes.
yep, we have our lane.
yep. If we don't have any other questions or anything, I don't have anything else.
No, it was a good game. Nice to see lots of people tuning in to watch. Good time.
All right.
Sure.
We will see you guys next week.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
everybody. Good night.